additional,
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 additional.
No vested interest in the outcome of this case. I don't work here, and I don't intend to. Any additional questions? Any additional questions? Any additional questions?
Ms. Schweikert, we have one additional question, and this one is from the jury. Are you ready?
He said if I wanted to keep my son, I had 1 week to come up with an additional 100,000.
FBI believes this anonymous tip to be nothing more than a hoax. We've confirmed that Gavin Knowles acted alone and are not pursuing any additional suspects.
He maintains control through compartmentalization. His employees only know enough to be efficient in their specific area.
So you figure you could gain additional access if he trusted you on a more intimate level?
You don't know what room service is, do you?
Yeah, I want things and you bring them to me.
For an additional charge.
There may be a chance our appeal is finding traction with the Seventh Circuit. They asked for additional material and we're trying to supply it.
Out. Go on. I want to talk to you.
What did I do?
Well, those two were scared they might be working with someone connected to Green. You know, only you showed additional fear when you were threatened with jail time.
Eric, Kenzie, and I are going in. We need additional backups at Santiago. Nobody leaves this lot. I got it.
Then you better hold on to something.
I did some additional checking. Peter knows Diana has the box.
Julia Shumway back with an update. Additional reports suggest that the dome is not radioactive.
But if we complete it, you get a free expansion pack, 75 additional quests.
Ooh, awesome. Okay, I'd totally like to initiate. I'm a big old 5.
Good to know.
The Senate overwhelmingly passes a bill to deregulate the banks, opening the gateway to additional troops and an increase in fighting.
premature, premature,
Premature.
premature,
Premature.
Maybe the deal was premature.
Feeling too well, and I can't just stand by. I don't think we should give him any premature information.
Yes, premature information can be very messy.
You're premature by 2 weeks. It was almost as if he couldn't wait to get started.
She got pregnant before she met him. Told him it was his and said the baby was premature.
So when were you gonna tell me about the promotion?
Well, Winston was a little premature.
He was looking at you and made him premature in his pants. Also because he thinks you're really cool.
Fortunately, slightly premature.
55 seconds. It's like premature ejaculation.
So I guess the former bit was a bit premature.
phrase,
Phrase. Phrase. Phrase.
Phrase.
Have you heard the phrase, there's no such thing as bad press?
You boys done fisting into one another.
Oh, man. I wish you wouldn't use that turn of phrase. I believe the phrase, Boy Scout was in utterance.
You ever heard the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword?
No, not so much anymore.
That phrase really stuck with me. Order of things. How could you possibly know that? You have heard the phrase, time is a river.
Yes. We just gotta keep working him over. He'll break.
Nothing good. Phrase of the night. Strange for such an aberrant phrase to appear so repeatedly.
Who he's with. Get me some pictures that I can use in court.
You keep using the phrase PI. That's not what I do.
What do you think it is?
It's some kind of letter, but I don't think that Stone was the one who wrote it. Take a look at this phrase that we assembled just now.
Saved the day.
For the record, I am not the one who used that phrase.
He's a good guy.
There has to be a better way to phrase that.
Beta, alpha, theta, delta, all your brain waves are perfectly in sync.
My number's 0, and for the record, I hate that phrase.
Conserve.
conserve,
Conserve.
conserve,
Conserve.
I'm sorry, but I need to conserve the battery. Conserve the battery. Conserve the battery. Fitz engineered it to last a long time, but it's draining.
We gotta conserve this oxygen. Conserve this oxygen. Conserve this oxygen.
Okay. Instead, we've got to be proactive.
Or we can conserve energy. Conserve energy. Conserve energy.
Got no food, got no water.
Get in position, Mavericks. So you gotta conserve all the energy you got.
11%, sir. Even at max conserve, we'll run dry in 6 hours.
We got 60 minutes of air, max conserve.
I've identified the conserve core sequence in your stabilizers.
You'll notice I'm giving less updates to conserve battery power. Been on this stupid planet for a month now.
Contact! Spot your targets. Conserve your ammo. Their overlord! Blow your fire! Conserve your ammo!
It's important that we conserve power because the return trip's on a battery charge.
Half charging the battery should be enough to get us home.
Keep one hand on the wall at all times. Stay glued to me. You conserve your air. You got it?
Copy.
Explosion.
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 An explosion, explosion, explosion.
Yes, good. Explosions. Explosions are the result of chemical reactions.
Mr. Wilde, how can I become a mercenary like you? If someone were hypothetically interested in creating a small explosion. Explosion. Explosion.
We've been worried to death about you.
For what?
On account of that explosion. Explosion. Explosion.
We also doubled our random sweeps and are monitoring a lot of phone surveillance, indicating a high percentage of conversation concerned with the explosion.
Across the country, watch in astonishment.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
There was a huge explosion sound.
Last time I was out, there was this explosion.
Freeze it! Freeze it!
Look at that. It's charring on the concrete. Burn marks from an explosion.
Damn.
Fist bump. Explosion.
It up. They must have triggered the explosion before they took cover and they killed themselves.
Oh. You must have lost some hearing in that explosion. I was just doing my civic duty and passing along what I heard.
Competition. Competition. Competition.
Competition. Competition.
You can't make it faster. I mean, millions of people are going to buy this machine.
When we can't look at the competition and say we're going to do it better. We have to look at the competitions, say we're going to do it differently.
Oh, it's not a competition. Competition. Psycho!
Jenny's birthday present isn't a competition. Competition.
Oh, that's right, because you're going to lose. Here we go.
I don't need to see how your company stacks up against the competition.
At the end.
In order to boost morale around here, I like to have a little friendly competition.
The purpose of tonight is not to engage in some warped competition between us.
What's the point?
The point is for the kids to enjoy the game without competition.
Yeah, but competition is the game.
So my career, my name, is now on the map.
And knocking off his competition, right?
You know what? I bet this guy's just another bandit, right? Trying to get rid of the competition.
I believe you dropped this.
Shifu!
Winning is only one part of the competition, Paul.
Ranked second in the National Informative Technology Competition at age 19. Graduated MIT with master's degree in cybersecurity and computer sciences. I know who you are.
Martin was always vocal about the competition.
Wait, what are you talking about? He's my competition. Every robbery I plan, he beats me to it.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Mr. Andrews, the confirmed victim, a British-born U.S. citizen and fossil fuel entrepreneur.
William Ian Sherwood III. Musician, scholar, rake, entrepreneur, conspiracy theorist.
I'm sorry, but I had a whole other scenario
editorial plan for my return to the Times. Entrepreneur rises from the ashes.
Brokers, economists, fellow entrepreneurs will drown in the saliva of their own nervous breakdowns.
More experience. All those who pitch business models to Warren Buffett as a member of the Phillips Exeter Entrepreneurs Club raise their hands.
I understand business. I'm an entrepreneur.
I would be great at it.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Sansu, a humble entrepreneur.
A better one. What do you know about Steve Warner?
Tech entrepreneur?
Yeah, apparently he...
That's a symptom of what's wrong with this city. I'm trying to cure the disease.
CEOs and crooked entrepreneurs. I get it.
No, I'm an entrepreneur. I've done well over the years, and...
What do you know about this guy?
Wayne Kruger, 43, married, internet entrepreneur.
You've got to encourage self-starting entrepreneurs to start new ventures, hire employees.
Format.
Format. Format.
Format.
Format.
Change the formatting. It's reformatted in a different format. Format.
I'm still trying to figure the examination format.
How do you know that?
Jacinda recognized the format. Furthermore, she told me these last 3 digits are a reference code for Royal Eastern Airlines.
Since the early 1950s, since the advent of commercial television, there have been 80 formats of video to date. 80 formats of video.
But I remember Anthony saying to me, it's all very well working in this format, you know, but he said, I'll never get an Oscar.
We have translated the following images into a format that we think that you will find more familiar.
6 years ago. If there was evidence of his death, it's possible it could be on a format like this. High 8. It's an outdated format.
Yeah, sure is. The one he sold him was 10 years old.
I think this is a case number.
No, I considered that. It doesn't match HPD's filing format.
No. Back when everything was logged manually, they used this form for police reports. Now it's all done electronically.
But for some reason, the format never caught on with the general public.
Is that a conspiracy too?
No, just a basic format war.
Focusing on the domestic agenda. And our format will be as follows. I will ask one candidate a question.
Stationary.
Stationary. Stationary. Stationary.
Stationary.
The car is stationary. Stationary. Bagley and Grand River.
This envelope is from Alex's office. I know that because I ordered the stationery.
Sorry to interrupt. Agent Tanner, would you mind if I took some of your stationery?
Go right ahead.
And there's James Hunt's McLaren, smoking stationary by the side of the road. Spun. Hunt manages to weave his way between that back marker and the stationary Penske.
Oh, he's on the road, yeah?
Yeah, he's just in Portsmouth. Some little stationery company got their taxes all snarled up, you know.
At the moment, it's stationary off Russell Square. There's still a problem with Kate's.
Island Access Road.
Make a left.
The vehicle is stationary. Address is 1610.
Who were you calling? What's that? You said you were stationary, making call after call.
Credibility.
Credibility. Credibility. Credibility.
Credibility.
Collection of Italian industrialist Dino Olivetti. With his patronage comes credibility, and with credibility comes respect.
I'm a junior now, am I? If I dress like I care.
I lose credibility.
Our forensic work got the attention of the deep exploration community, and we started to gain some credibility.
You'd have a lot more credibility if you had any credibility. You're an easy mark.
Chancellor Sutler agreed for obvious reasons. We have to keep this discreet, Inspector. Cast in the wrong light, the loss of the Voice of London could be devastating to our credibility.
Well, it's not good enough. Let's just say you lost a lot of credibility when you returned Mrs. Christo in poor condition.
Playing out your favorite fantasies, Logan?
Studying the psychological influence of uniforms on credibility.
If you don't contradict yourself, you protect your credibility. Prescribing morphine for pain management isn't a crime.
You have put your credibility behind him, and now you would resist him?
Stay away from Memphis?
We do that, we lose all our credibility. For good.
I get that, but...
Destined.
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 Destined. Destined.
Was destined for great things. Waiting for the child to find his true nature and come to me on his own. Like he's destined to do, destined to do, destined to do.
Things are never going to change. I am just destined to be just a friend. Destined to be just a friend. Destined to be just a friend.
I don't mean to be strange, but I always felt that we were destined to meet.
But becoming Ra's al Ghul will. Oliver Queen is a man destined to be alone.
Kidding me? You're gonna end this relationship because some lunatic from the future told you that I am destined to marry Barry? It's you who are destined to lead.
Will. You keep telling me I'm destined to lead, to save mankind. I'm sorry, Mary was rather sharp or something.
I doubt Cousin Mary and I are destined to be close friends.
The mine was stolen 4 years ago from a shipment that was destined for Iraq.
You're making a mistake. I don't care if the boy is destined to be my undoing. I won't hurt him.
She led me to this tavern, to a man who she said I was destined to be with. Who Tinkerbell said I was destined to be with? I should have listened to that stupid fairy.
Protein.
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 It's protein shake. It's protein shake. Made with whey protein isolate.
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, well, you gotta get your protein somehow, right? Protein somehow, right? Protein somehow, right?
You're an asshole.
Calm down, okay? Let's get some protein in you before you pass out. Here,
Response to photopigment protein and mus musculus.
Conversation about this rationally.
Well, we are. If you eat some meat, it's great protein for you.
What's TVP?
textured vegetable protein. It's not fried, Johnny. You wouldn't like it.
Drank. I found lots of whey protein isolate in his stomach, along with chocolate.
So a chocolate protein shake.
It'd be
We have certain antibodies, proteins, coagulants that make us...
What?
How would you write? Protein.
Excuse me?
Protein. Protein?
Well, you really peered into my soul.
Okay.
Shutting down, or proteins breaking down, melting away.
There's a protein in our blood called osteopontin.
Academy.
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 I'm in the Police Academy. I'm in the Police Academy. I'm in the Police Academy. That's funny. I'm serious. I'm in the Police Academy. I'm not in college. That's where I go every day.
Connoisseur combo pack.
Thanks, Mike. I'll ring him up.
You work here?
RJ.
Are you having a play date?
So is your brother in security?
Police Academy. Police Academy. Police Academy.
Okay. We were in the same class at the academy. So I knew him about as well as anybody.
I'll run a check in McGuire's phone log, see what we turn up.
Okay. McGuire graduated top 1% from the Naval Academy. Wow. Look at this. Stellar career.
What's the story with the two of you? We met at the academy. He's like a brother to me. Brother you haven't talked to in 5 years?
Your friend's a cop. You know how much jail time we get for this much weed?
Nice picture, huh? Got him fresh out of the academy.
No, he was hitchhiking.
Won't be secure for long. Looks like the academy taught us well.
Eddie, please. Give me some good news here.
Well, I did go to Mrs. King's dance academy.
Not appreciated in her country. Where is her Academy Award? Where?
Thank you, Mr. President.
That sounds fruity. What I mean is, the police academy isn't exactly bursting with the brain trust of your generation, if you know what I'm saying.
Liberty.
Liberty. Liberty. Liberty. Liberty.
Liberty. Liberty. Liberty. justice. If you value your liberty, then you too should understand that.
I have come to the university where I've taken the liberty of calling together a few of my colleagues to discuss your case.
Of this republic, kneel to God only and thank Him for the liberty that is yours.
Significant damage under Duke Federico.
Such is the price of liberty.
The Earth Liberty Militia. We got some threatening letters from them in 2000.
Excellent. Took the liberty of ordering for you.
I don't need red meat.
You can bank on us. Sequoia Liberty.
There not being an actual nightclub here.
Yeah, I just took the liberty of yelling at our contractor.
I'm not at liberty to discuss an ongoing police investigation with you.
You got witnesses, suspects, leads? Not at liberty to say.
Sustainable.
Sustainable.
Sustainable. Sustainable.
Sustainable.
Full it is. How antiquated it is. We need to develop a sustainable infrastructure. A sustainable infrastructure. A sustainable infrastructure.
SioClean is the only product that harnesses the sustainable, renewable clean power of these three products.
So you're chopping some wood here?
I'm showing them how to build a sustainable irrigation system. The sustainable irrigation system. The sustainable irrigation system.
Like us, they appear to have a population growth rate that's unsustainable. For now.
He was looking for you. He thought what we think. The Tesseract could be the key to unlimited sustainable energy.
By the work I was doing there. Primarily, that was the sustainable technology sourced by renewable resources.
Maybe there is. I spoke to a regulator at the Department of Agriculture. It seems alowadia is used in green sustainable architecture, in rugs, flooring, wallpaper, possibly from a building nearby.
All right. Espo, you get uniforms to canvass the area around 78th and Lex. See if there's any green sustainable buildings that might use that olive, whatever the plan is.
Welcome, and prepare yourself for some savory and sustainable dining.
Let me guess, there will be fruit.
Will never maintain its commitment.
Israel wants what the rest of the world wants, sustainable security.
Middle East. But a neutral UN peacekeeping force in the Jordan Valley is an essential first step to sustainable, long-term peace.
Drawer.
Drawer.
Drawer. Draw.
Drawer.
Though I have a job, I have a desk, I have a drawer filled with cash, drawer filled with cash, drawer filled with cash. Okay.
Where do you keep the bottle opener in this thing?
Bottom drawer, bottom drawer, bottom drawer.
Open the drawer, open the drawer, open the drawer.
Hey, okay.
Open the drawer, go on you.
Okay.
Quick.
All right, okay.
They're just right in there, the bottom drawer, and there's some extra shoes.
That is so clever.
Gosh, I thought it was really good. I'm a terrible drawer, so.
I don't have much that was my mom's, but, this was just sitting in the drawer, and then I know, she's a dancer.
I need an expensive watch.
Phone room, top right drawer.
And I'm pissed. Where are you? At the precinct. Weird thing happened. Just saw the captain looking through your desk drawer, said he was looking for the file on Adeline.
What?
Put your shoes in the drawer.
Oh. Reasons I deserve a drawer.
Okay, we're gonna table this for a less tragedy-filled day.
Drawer 7 is right here.
That's all right.
Maybe.
No, I'm cool.
Then why are you organizing my t-shirt drawer?
Physical.
Physical.
Physical. Physical. Physical.
He's in his 30s or 40s. He's got real physical strength, combined with an older man's.
4 pillars of the human foundation.
Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual.
Massage.
Okay, why don't I go ahead and warm up these magic fingers so I can Google physical therapy. Physical therapy. Physical therapy.
You got 15 minutes? No physical contact of any kind. No tape recorders.
The physical enhancements are just the start.
What do you mean?
What?
I failed the physical. Some kind of heart murmur. When he physically hit me. How did you feel?
Psychological abuse followed by physical, all very standard.
Appreciate your self-control. You're stuck in the past. And the reason I know this is the fact that the only physical relationship you've had since Oliver is with his best friend.
And clearly your problem isn't physical.
I never said I had a problem.
You didn't have to, Oliver.
Sorry. No physical contact. I still don't have my speed.
It must be mental, not physical.
Frustrated.
Frustrated.
Frustrated. Frustrated.
Frustrated.
Sulla was frustrated. I think he felt impotent.
I didn't mean it. I was just frustrated. She kept missing rehearsals.
And your mother became so frustrated, she started to cry.
And the fans are totally frustrated.
What makes you say that?
Oh, he always gets so frustrated around girls he really likes.
I'm not yelling, Mom. I'm just frustrated because I should have my fucking...
Okay.
I'm so frustrated, guy. You're frustrated. It's difficult to maintain what has become largely a long-distance relationship.
He's just tired and he's frustrated.
Frustrated, are we? Serves you right.
Okay, I was frustrated. I admit. You bust my chops at work, we both bring it home, and it affects us in ways that aren't exactly healthy.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Leave a man behind.
Hey, we know how guilty you feel.
It is the life of a guilty man.
So you want to try it? I don't know. I'm still feeling guilty. It's Ruben's helicopter. Does this intentionally? Why would she do that? So she can make us feel guilty.
Hello. Thank you. But at the same time, I feel guilty when I get mad at him.
So you're just using him?
Yeah, and I felt really guilty about it until...
Actually always felt very guilty for quitting.
Somebody in jail?
Even if he was guilty.
It was a lynching, pure and simple.
He has certain rights. And even if he was guilty.
Now we have MP standing by. If your friends helped you plan this, they're as guilty as you are, right?
Mom, as Big Jim's lawyer, he's so totally guilty.
I want to know what Mr. Bates isn't saying.
Because you don't believe him to be guilty.
Take the plea.
I'm not guilty.
You are.
Transcend.
Transcend. Transcend. Transcend.
Transcend.
Of the individual. That life has meaning that transcends any man.
Hello, New York. Now, Jerry, you were saying earlier how you as an artist were able to transcend the pornographic medium.
You're a black inmate, Michael.
Our relationship transcends race.
Nothing transcends race in here. I can't let you do it. Good behavior, you're out of...
I gotta fight them. We need to transcend them. Convince them their lives can transcend the pointless slog of being human.
One may transcend any convention.
Thank you. Tonight, one voice transcends the very generation it represents.
Barcelona.
I see an opportunity for everyone to transcend.
Every fairy tale has them. Terrible trials that only the worthy can transcend. So small-minded. I need my powers to transcend the limitations of your magic.
Addition.
Addition.
Addition. Addition. Addition.
Consecutive hours?
Yes, and also Mr. Gross is required to spend 600 minutes away from work each week.
Inclusive of the day?
No, in addition.
I'll give you some leeway, Rivers. Go ahead.
In addition, Your Honor, we discovered an impression made on the console from a hastily written note. Gerber.
I got it from Haber Associates.
The HR consultants.
Yep. In addition to restructuring 20% of human resources.
Meaning firing 2 out of every 10 employees.
But smart. Why?
What do you think of her coming here? To Lockhart Gardner?
In addition to Carrie.
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe he was coaching Jake.
Abe wouldn't show his face near the championship. Well, in addition to Jake Hartman being a missing person, he's now also a murder suspect.
Disease? I assume the presentation you three are working on will deal with those things, in addition to volcanoes and wind.
You'd get 25% commission on all sales, which is 15 more than Pouncey forks over. In addition to your old routes, you're covering Morningside Heights, west of the park, which is on another map.
What's wrong?
This is going to seem like it's coming out of left field, but in addition to being a recovering alcoholic, I'm also a member of SA.
I mean, the whole landscape of false vacuums in string theory could be as large as 10 to the 500th power. In addition, ooh, look, chocolate milk.
What's the matter?
I'm suddenly feeling flushed. My heart rate is elevated, my palms are clammy, my mouth is dry. In addition, I keep involuntarily saying, who?
Twist.
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 Twist. That it's impossible to make heads or tails of it. And then he'll twist it, and ask if I agree with it.
Is there anything else you want to tell me? Or did you just come here to twist the knife? You twist the knife, you twist the knife you stuck in my back.
Well, actually...
The condenser. And then on the day, we just kind of twist it into place, twist it into place, twist it into place, you know, while we're setting up.
You take after Mother.
Listen to yourself. Just listen to yourself. You twist every act and blame it on somebody else. Mom and Dad were terrible.
No, let's just one twist of the key and we'll be good. How are you, man? How you doing?
That treasure you're taking, Captain, ain't yours to steal it.
Ben Gunn's getting his words in a twist, but the truth is...
Over.
Or a horse.
I can't believe I let that girl twist me up, but no more.
Way.
Look, Quinn's got a beef with Odin because he cut off his supply. I doubt we'll have to twist his arm. It should be easy.
Okay.
Do I have to twist your arm too?
No.
What happens when you twist an ankle jumping down?
Flip that switch, turns it on, twist this here, that's your power control.
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
So let's say this guy's for real. Still got no reason to tell us where Hess is.
Well, we find some leverage, twist his arm with it.
Define leverage.
Simple bait and trap.
Well, then let the record show that this is bull. Because you have Chin Ho in the crosshairs, and you're going to twist whatever I say to suit your agenda, so I don't even know why I'm wasting my time.
Engagement. Engagement.
Engagement. Engagement. Engagement.
Fortunately, the panda has a prior engagement with his doom.
I'm gonna ask Audra to marry me. I want to give her my mom's engagement ring, the engagement ring.
I have to go. Congratulations on the engagement.
What'd you find out?
Crocker swears up and down there was no engagement with Islamabad of any kind.
The engagement ring that Jay gave me that changed my life.
She's my age, and we're engaged. To be engaged, it's a pre-engagement.
I'm gonna need you both to come to my weekend engagement encounter retreat.
I'm gonna need a rock.
An engagement ring?
No.
Says the girl who broke off our engagement.
Sorry, I've got a previous engagement with my secret tunnel.
I'm just being practical. You're the same way. You told Phil to take back your engagement ring and buy you a washer dryer.
I need my mother's engagement ring back. Can I have it, please?
Danny, please don't do this, okay?
Inherit.
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 Inherit. Down, not now, but eventually you will inherit my seat.
Saul, whatever this turns out to be, bold stroke of genius or otherwise, I'm destined to inherit it. Inherit it.
Truly a pleasure to meet you. It is quite unfortunate that Detective Williams did not inherit your sparkling disposition.
I'm not meek. I don't want to inherit fuck all.
She resented Carolyn leaving her father for me.
Unfortunately, the Illinois Slayer statute says you can't inherit someone's estate if you cause their death.
The meek shall not inherit the earth. It's time you will learn that lesson.
You great fighters. However, despite their inherent ability, it is not in their nature to fight.
So they inherit this great ability, but they don't want to use it.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, my little girl's gonna inherit some wonderful genes.
Patrick's after the trust fund. He was supposed to inherit it when he was 21.
Kono, Ben stood to inherit everything. That's even more motive.
I don't understand. Why would she do that?
We think it's because she wanted you and Jake to inherit the $20 million in insurance money. Give you guys a fresh start.
Yeah, he's gonna beat us to death with his limp wrist.
Well, he did inherit his father's gun collection.
True.
Obscure.
Obscure. Obscure. Obscure.
Obscure.
I think it has this obscure beauty. It's misunderstood.
You're a transfer from University of Hawaii.
Obscure school, far away, smart.
Norwegian black metal band paint on a wall in goat's blood to be edgy or to piss off the Christians. No, this is a little bit more obscure than that. Obscure than that.
But the leaves are so thick, they obscure our satellite views. This is a professional attempt to avoid detection.
Fine. Go be with someone who knows about obscure, discontinued breakfast foods, Max.
You got old school R&B, mid-70s funk shit, pretty obscure jazz.
Listen to this. The Banks Junction has brought an obscure group of dreamers to prominence.
Your daughter is going to need looking after.
Yeah, Fallon will take care of her.
A man with a past almost as obscure as your own. The course of motion that the girl is to be removed from his head.
Who cares about a piece of metal? Do you think you can obscure your failure to expose him by using this juvenile warrior's code as justification?
Look, I know it's not going to be easy, okay? There's going to be yelling, jaw flexing, obscure military references, but eventually, he'll come around.
We are virologists, tracking obscure microbes in hard-to-get-to places.
In Skyline, a local Tom Thumb robbed by two armed assailants is the subject of an intense police investigation. Both suspects had their faces obscured by masks.
He was always talking about how everyone has this hourglass, and the top of it is obscured. So you don't know how much sand you have